June 22nd. Nice to meet you here. Grab a coffee and let's get smarter together. This will be random. No, not really. It will be about randomness. The concept comes up a lot here because our mind is the product of trillions of randomized searches as much as it is a tool to enable these and other randomized searches. Quite frankly, conducting these randomized searches to generate a complete and true model of a physical universe is the meaning of all life. Not that you ask. And while we can't quite comprehend, as we are so hung up on this illusion that we call time, but that does not exist, once the goal is accomplished by creating a network with enough observation and processing power within the physical universe, we'll all profit, as we'll never cease to be a minuscule part of the whole universe. Never. There is no time. Anyway, randomness. The physical universe is a heap of data, hidden inside data, hidden inside data, hidden inside data, and so on and so on and so on. It's not just any data, though. It's most effectively compressed data. General rules that are applicable in all circumstances and therefore lack any specificity. Let's look at this by way of an example. Think of a sentence, Mary has a little lamb. This is very specific. It tells us that there's a human being involved, as well as a very young sheep, who are involved in a hierarchic relationship. We are most likely in a rural setting and so on, down to feelings and sensations that we can associate with a situation. Now let's get rid of anything, any order, any clues that help a more naive observer to make sense of a sentence. The generalized version we can come up with could simply be one word: property. As you can tell just from that example, one characteristic of really effective compression schemes is that the result looks like noise to the uninitiated. The metadata, all these correlations and whatnots that we've gotten rid of, they are a key, an algorithm that told us how to inflate this one word again into something that is applicable to us and our circumstances. On Amazon, for example, the metadata entered by an author guides us to books that should fit our taste. As minuscule patterns inside this heap of most efficiently compressed data, we are the uninitiated, and everything is noise to us. Nothing guides us to the rule that once we apply it will solve our momentarily most pressing need. We need to search for it. How? Well, did you notice how this is all a question of perspective? There's one side of a story where Mary and her lamb are compressed into a generalized rule. There's another side of a story where the data inside the generalized rule is inflated again. But the result on this side, on the second side, will not be Mary and her little lamb, as the observer on this side does the inflation under totally different circumstances in which there might be no Marys nor sheep. We are on the second side, trying to recreate. The construction process to recreate the data takes creativity and will again be specific to our circumstances, as will be the understanding of a rule specific to our circumstances under which the inflation is done. Until there are more examples of recreations of the same rule that allow a certain generalization again. And at some point, when we have enough examples of recreation of tons of rules, all compressed under the same algorithm, this allows us to discern the master algorithm used to compress all these data in the physical universe in the first place. Hence, decoding of most effectively compressed random data of which you don't know by which algorithm it has been compressed in the first place requires a random search involving as many creative observers as possible that all cooperate. Exploration. Explore, also known as thinking. Make a habit out of thinking. Let's turn thinking into the norm again in a mutually supporting network. Like, comment, share, and follow, lest you miss a single opportunity to improve yourself and society. Once you do, we'll meet again at the coffee pot.